Welcome to Unit 2 Participatory Governance Tools, Approaches, and Methods. Participatory governance focuses on 1. Deepening democratic engagement through the participation of citizens in the processes of governance with the state. 2. Forms of governance in which non-governmental actors, usually citizens, are empowered to use the resources of the state to make decisions about matters that directly concern them. And 3. State-sanctioned institutional processes that allow citizens to exercise voice and vote, which then results in the implementation of public policies that produce some sort of changes in citizens' lives. By the end of this topic, you'll be familiar and able to understand participatory governance through dialogue, participation, and empowerment, topology of participation, participatory governance tools, homegrown participatory tools, and approaches, and standard versus tailor-made participatory governance tools and approaches. So what is participatory governance? Governance is qualified as good when it encompasses values and attributes of responsiveness, inclusiveness, participation, integrity, accountability, and fairness. It should also be characterized by an efficient and effective public sector, legitimacy, competence, information and education, political empowerment of people, equity, and sustainability. Participatory governance is seen as a subset of good governance. It consists of state-sanctioned institutional processes that provide effective avenues to citizens to exercise their rights, to voice their ideas, to vote constantly, directly and indirectly, and to contribute to the formulation and implementation of public policies and programs, which in turn produce substantial changes in their lives. The topology of participation in Rwanda is characterized by 1. Passive participation, where people are told what has been decided or has already happened. 2. Participation by consultation. People are consulted by answering questions, no share in decision making. Both participation. People participate in return for food, cash, or other incentives. Functional participation. People participate by forming groups to meet predefined objectives. And interactive participation. People participate in joint analysis, development of action plans, formulation and strengthening of local groups. The participatory governance tools in Rwanda include performance contracts, Imihigo, Joint Action Development Forum, JAF, National Dialogue Council meetings, Umushyikirano, National Leadership Retreat, Itorero, Umuganda, Citizens Assemblies, Inteko z'abaturage, Parents Evening Forum, Umugoroba w'ababyeyi, Participatory Planning and Budgeting, and Participatory Monitoring and Evaluation. In this topic, we have seen that participatory governance is a subset of good governance and implies that institutional and public processes provide avenue for citizens to express their views and contribute to implementation. We have also seen that participatory governance forums at national levels include the National Dialogue Council and the National Leadership Retreat. Participatory governance platforms at the local level include Joint Action Development Forum, Citizens Assemblies, Itorero, Parents Evening Forums, and participatory governance tools and approaches include Imihigo, planning meetings with selection of priorities, participatory monitoring with involvement of various communities.